History in the making. A new Heat playoff franchise record, 56 for Jimmy Butler. A new career high for Jimmy Buckets. And the Miami Heat win 119-114 in Game 4. The team with the best record in the NBA during the regular season, the Milwaukee Bucks, are facing elimination down 3-1 to the 8th seed in the East, the Miami Heat. Chris Miles here with Sam Mitchell. What an exciting, enticing ending to that game that you can imagine. Jimmy Butler, incredible to start, incredible to finish. 20 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the fourth quarter. Really a do-it-all game. Heat were down by 15 in the fourth, and it felt like, all right, this game is over until this happened, Sam. Let's go over these final plays, all right? Here it is. So they were up 15. Then it gets close. Brook Lopez inside. You're like, okay, the Bucks have seemingly stemmed the tide. Then Butler at it again. Hits the three. At it again. Up by one. Hits a long two. And, Sam, this was a situation where who's going to get the ball late in the game? Drew Holiday, turnover chain.
Yeah. I mean, Drew just had one of those tough games, and I think it's all because right now Coach Budenholzer is asking him to run the team, get 20, and guard Jimmy Butler. And I'm still trying to figure out, you got all those forwards on that team, and no one else can match up with Jimmy Butler but Drew Holiday.
Giannis with a last gasp for Milwaukee. Doesn't head to the free throw line. Doesn't get the bucket. Miami closes this one out. They scored 41 points in the fourth quarter. And Giannis, triple-double. We'll talk about him in a second. He would have been the lead to this game as the two-time MVP, Finals MVP, missing the last two games, coming back in this one. But Jimmy Butler, 21 in the fourth quarter, Sam. No one else scored 20 points. Their offense, non-existent outside of Jimmy.
Well, if you look at it, Jimmy Butler had almost half of the Miami Heat points. I mean, he was just Mr. Everything for them. And then on top of it, the thing you have to respect about him most, he plays defense on the other end and facilitates for his teammates. So when you watch this series, hands down, I mean, Giannis has been out. This is his first game back. But Jimmy Butler, head and shoulders, been the best player in this series right here, and he's giving Milwaukee fits. They don't know how to match up with him. They don't know how to guard him. They don't know what to do with him. And when you look at this, it's just killing Drew Holiday because you're asking Drew Holiday to guard Jimmy Butler, who is playing the best basketball of his career, and that's saying a lot because he's had a great career. And then you're asking Drew Holiday to also get you 20-plus points.
So what's more impressive to you, Sam? Remember, he scored 20 consecutive points in the first quarter. And my bad, Jimmy. I said 20. 22 in the first quarter, 9 for 10 from the field, 21 in the fourth quarter. What's more impressive, that start or the finish?
All of it. Because they needed it all. If he doesn't come out to the start, go 9 for 10, 22 points in the first quarter, they could have been down 15, 20 points. If he doesn't do what he did in the third quarter to just keep them in striking distance, the game could have been over. And, Chris, look at what they had to do. They had to score 41 points in the fourth quarter. So think about it. The Milwaukee Bucks, who's one of the best teams, best defensive teams in the league, with all that size and Brook Lopez, Giannis, Portis, and other, Jimmy Butler had to go drop. They had to drop 41 points in the fourth quarter to win this game. So what the most impressive thing was that Jimmy Butler didn't collapse after the game, that he had anything left, because we saw in that first quarter, he was gassed. And look, Coach Spo, I ran into him late in the season in Toronto, and I asked him this question. I said, Coach, do you have the horses to win? He said, Coach, we got them. I said, Coach, are you sure? He said, Coach, we've been injured. We've had guys beat up. But come playoff time, these guys are like the Kentucky Derby. They ready to run. And you see the output right now. They got Milwaukee in a tough hole, not just down 3-1, but mentally, if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you got to be saying, what do we do to stop one guy? And then when you over-focus on that one guy, you're leaving everyone else open.
How about this, right? Down by 15. They had not led at any point in the game until it was 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. What does that say about the resiliency of this particular Miami Heat group?
That culture's for real. that when they say, everyone says we believe in ourselves. Everyone says we're going to play to the final horn. Everyone says those things because they're great cliches. But do you actually believe it? When you talk about the Miami Heat and that culture, they actually believe it, and it starts at the top with Pat Riley, and it goes all the way down to the team managers. Everyone in that building believes that they can get it done. And you watch these plays right here, defense. Look at what Kyle Lowry, he didn't have a great stat line, but being scrappy, always in the fight, and they just kept fighting and fighting. And Chris, you and I were sitting here saying, whenever Milwaukee needed a basket, they just dump it inside the Giannis or Brook Lopez, and they get a layup. Miami had to work extremely hard to get quality shots. And this team, I'm telling you, they are on fire right now.
Yeah, you say the Heat on fire. 22 points in transition. That was really their biggest advantage outside of Jimmy Butler. And again, that Heat franchise record, playoff franchise record, 56 points. Here's Mike Budenholzer at the podium. Has to figure out how to get 3 consecutive wins. Oh, okay. We're having some technical issues with Coach Bud, but here's the deal, Sam. All right, only 13 teams have come back from being down 3-1, right? In the playoff series. What is it about this Bucks team that makes you believe that they could be the 14th team to do it?
Can they do it? Yeah, because they have the personnel. They got Giannis, they got Brook Lopez, they got Drew Holiday, they got Chris Middleton. Yeah, can they do it? Yeah, is it likely? I don't know. I'm not going to count Milwaukee out because think about this. Look what Jimmy Butler had to do for them to win this game. He had to play unbelievable. So if you keep asking yourself, can he do it again? You might have to say yes because he's done it throughout this series. They didn't go up 3-1 because Jimmy Butler just had a great night tonight. They're up 3-1 because in those 3 wins, Jimmy Butler has been the best player on the court. Even though Giannis didn't play, he's been the best player. So can they do it? Yeah, because of the personnel they have. They're a championship team. But, man, it's going to be awfully tough because Miami, they're smelling it. Pat Riley smelling it. Eric Spoelstra smelling it. Jimmy Butler, the players are smelling it. So they're going to dig in. I'm telling you right now, they're going to go to Milwaukee with the intent of ending this thing. They don't want to give Milwaukee no life. You got their confidence beat up, battered, and bruised right now. You got your foot on their neck. Hold them down.
You know, it's crazy because we've talked about this on NBA TV Finals Film Room, great show about Miami Heat were the first team to figure out how to defend Giannis. And, man, they are up 3-1 in this series despite the fact that they are the 8th seed. The Bucks had the best record during the regular season, the 1 seed. Jimmy Butler with the most obvious podium game, most obvious post-game interview. Here he is with Allie LaForce.
56 points. A Miami Heat playoff franchise record. How do you make it look so easy, my friend?
It's not easy. They got some hellified defenders that are making me work for every basket, but I got some hellified teammates that tell me to keep going, keep being aggressive, keep attacking. It feels good to be the Miami Heat right now.
You took your first lead of the game right around 3 minutes. You had the back-to-back threes that put you up 3. That was a huge moment for this team. What did it feel like to hear the crowd chanting MVP and just to be there for your teammates?
I don't know about MVP. I think that's Joel, if I'm being brutally honest. But for my team to get this dub in this way, in this atmosphere for this city, it's huge.
You have the Milwaukee Bucks on the brink of elimination going to their home court. What do you relish about that opportunity?
To play basketball in Milwaukee in front of their crowd and to be together on the road. That's where championships are won, and we got a shot.
And there it is, history in the making. Most playoff points in NBA Heat history in a single game. Jimmy Butler, more than LeBron James, more than himself. He had 47 before. And Dwayne Wade. Here's Mike Budenholzer. We do have that sound now ready for you.
To stay connected enough where, obviously, then they were able to kind of turn to him when he came back in.
I mean, I guess they were +3 for that time. So, credit to that group. Instead of going from 11 to more, it didn't. We had our opportunities in the fourth quarter. We didn't make enough plays on either end, and they did.
Giannis looked, like I said, himself in the first half. I know a couple of times it looked like he called for a blow, didn't want to come out then sometimes in the second half. What did you see from him down the stretch? Either him or maybe how the Heat maybe adjusted to a degree to kind of prevent him from scoring?
I thought Giannis was mostly phenomenal. 13 assists. I thought he found guys and made the right play. He got to the basket and finished. I'm not sure what more Giannis could have done. I thought his passing and playmaking was fantastic. So we'll look at the film and see where everybody can be better. But, for Giannis to come back and play tonight and play the way he did is very encouraging.
I think you guys got stuck at 1-on-1 for about 3 minutes, from about the 6-minute mark to about the 3-minute mark. I think there's 6 turnovers from you guys in the past 6 minutes. What kind of went wrong in offense? What do you guys think?
I think